You're not supposed to get any infection or any funny smell towards your periods or even after your periods. Even your blood is not supposed to smell. And it's supposed to be bright red. It's not supposed to have any clotting. It's not supposed to be black.
Wow.
So I noticed that.
So all those are signs of toxins in your body or infections.
Yes. You're supposed to be clean. There are some people who say, Manya, the yoni cleans itself. No.
I used to hear that.
When you have infection, that means you need some cleanse. And you're not going to be on antibiotics every day. Your
because
immune
they say
system will
antibiotics,
weaken.
Yeah.
So some of them think that the yoni cleans itself. How is the yoni going to clean itself when you have a fish smell?
Welcome to the Success Theory talk show. My name is Dorothy Kamarunga. The Success Theory is a talk show that is dedicated to bring stories of entrepreneurs to inspire aspiring and already existing entrepreneurs. Today on the show, we are joined by Rachel Nanteza, the CEO and founder of Hats Vispa here in Ntinda, Uganda. She's going to tell us more about herself, the idea and the passion behind the business. And basically, I know we're going to learn a lot more from her because this is not a conventional business like you're used to, but she is making it big. Hey, Rachel, welcome to Success Theory.
Hi, Dorothy. How are you?
Tell us more about yourself, where you went to school, perhaps anything that you feel like sharing, and why Hats Vispa, what inspires you, and why do you choose to do the business that you're doing currently?
Okay. I'm Nanteza Rachel Mugote. I'm married with one kid currently. I stay in Buziga and my village is Sanji. So, Hats Vispa is like a passion.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that passion from abroad. Had gone for, they call it Cheyo.
Okay.
Here in our language, they call it Cheyo.
Okay.
I'd gone there, and that's how I got to like all the love, to know about everything. You know, I went to school at Mengo Nursing School. Other schools, I won't talk about them. Okay. But I went to Mengo Nursing School. Okay. And I did a course in midwifery. Okay. Yeah, I enrolled in midwifery. Okay. So, I graduated in 2014. Okay. Then worked for only 1 year, 2015. Then I went for Cheyo. My husband, by then my boyfriend, arranged everything and I joined him.
And where did you go for this Cheyo?
Some Europe country.
You want to share the European country?
No.
No, okay, that's fine.
But some Europe country. Then it's where I got all the idea. I went when there wasn't like, I'm going to do this job specifically. It's like, I went there to hustle. Okay. So
and how was the hustle? Like, what were you doing when you were there?
Yeah, my husband was into events, like the PR of some clubs, events organizing, like a promoter. Then I used to help him in, videography and photography. When he's arranging some events, I used to like cook, like the boat cruises, I used like to cook those chips, fish, what. Then I went into nanny. Mm-hmm. Then I went into teaching English. That country where I went to, they don't know English. Okay. So I went into teaching English. Then in the course, I learned that these people, when you learn their language, with time, they can give you like good jobs. Okay. So I got a friend, a citizen of that country. Mm-hmm. She connected me to that job. The job was a spa, but it was like for men and women. I started working there. Should I say that racism was too much? Yeah. Racism was too much, and those people, they didn't allow us to work on them or even touch them or even talk to them. I was like cleaning.
Is that why you don't want to mention the country?
Yeah, because they might attack me.
Okay.
Since the show is international, so that's why I don't want to mention the country.
So those people were not allowing you to touch them,
Yeah.
or work on them. So then, how then who were you working on at the spa?
Cleaning.
Or you
Like
were
when the client is done, like here you see the client is done, I go, I clean, I prepare for another client, I clean the floor, sweeping the, like, down, cleaning the windows, like the hygiene thing. I was
Okay.
in the hygiene department.
Oh, that actually makes sense, because when I got here, like my energy literally shifted, because I was really impressed by the cleanliness of this place and the aura and just everything.
Thank you
So
so
take us
much.
back, like now at the spa, you get a job in that country,
A
the
friend,
European country,
yeah, a friend in that, like a citizen of that country, connected me.
and you
That's-
got a job.
I got a job.
But you were only allowed to do the cleaning after a client has, been worked on.
Yeah, and preparing, like in the morning, washing the towels. As I told you, it was for men and women, and they had like the salon area. They had like the spa area, those massage things. I was going to say the word. But
Okay. Okay.
the Moroccan bath,
Okay.
all those.
Okay,
Like
okay.
it was a full package spa.
Oh, okay.
An international spa. It was really good. So that friend of mine of that country, she really loved me, and I loved her so much. For her, she was like the leader of the staffs, the head of the staffs. So whenever she was working with a client, she could convince the client that, I have my African sister, what she wants to learn. So if the client is generous enough, they allow you to
work on the client.
no,
Oh.
not to work, to go and see what they are what?
Doing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes. And with the staffs, when like over they have their hair is grown or they need a spa, they could allow me to work on them. Oh, you understand?
I really understand. So then, take us through the journey of how you leave that European country, how you leave that work, and then now what inspires you to start your own spa? And how do you start? Where do you get the capital? How then do you come back home? Can you take us through that whole process
Yeah.
of how Hearts Spa is born in the end after all the challenges?
Yeah, so I went in that country in 2016.
Okay.
And I left in 2019 in February, around 10th, there.
Okay.
But I went 2016 in January 26. It was all catered by my husband. So I made sure that I should learn something here that is not that is not in my country. So I put so much effort in learning new skills there, because I didn't know anything about that in our country. So that girl helped me so much to learn all those things, and I was so much invested in. However much I was working so hard, getting pennies, but I was happy. So time came, I came back. I left my husband there. I came back.
And do you decide to come back to Uganda because the vision was pushing to come out?
No.
Or were there other reasons?
No, we had other reasons. Like,
Okay.
I was supposed to go to another country, like those big countries, like to start a life there. Then my husband later joins me, but they didn't go as planned.
Okay. You were scammed or?
No, you know those visa things, they don't go as planned.
Okay.
You can say that, let me leave this country, I go back, or I get a Canada visa, or American visa, and things can't go as always.
You plan or you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we tried, but they failed. But my husband was there and I was here. And I may call myself like unlucky for Cheo, because I didn't earn there a lot. In our local language, I can say Cheo Chancellor.
Cheo Chancellor means like, for someone who goes in the diaspora and literally they don't make any money, they come back empty-handed. It has happened to many people. And I think when you're an entrepreneur, it happens a lot more. Because somehow there's something in you that is moving you to do something of your own. other than be employed. But it's also good that you manage to gather all those skills and bring those skills home and give a good service and good products to people. When I first actually saw your business, the thing that you explained right now hit my mind. I was like, I've not seen anything like this in Uganda. This person must have had a certain exposure to actually believe so firmly in this kind of business. So yeah, you were telling us that you now come back and then going to the diaspora, to a better country in the diaspora doesn't work out, and then you come back with no money because echeyo chikusaze.
Yeah.
So what do you do then? What do you do
Then
next?
I was there. My husband took care of me, and I thank him for that. Because for him, he stayed there so that I can come here and I do the other things I told you, the visa things. Then I go. He joins me later. So I was like a housewife, but with a man who is abroad. I was just sitting home,
Doing nothing.
Remember, I had my enrollment in what? In midwifery.
Okay.
But I didn't want to go back into like looking for jobs, earning some other 400K. I didn't want that life again for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, which business can I do here? I didn't want those things of selling bags, selling shoes, salons. I didn't want that. I wanted like something so unique. You know, I'm so strategic when I want something. I want it like so unique, out of this world. I don't want to do what everyone does. So I asked God for wisdom. I asked God, like, I sat home for
That
so
is not
long.
a typical Ugandan mindset, because Ugandans, we normally like to do
Jumping.
Yeah, not to do what everyone else is doing. Does this have a foundation? Where does this come from? Like, why is it that you like to do the thing that is the most unique and you will have the courage to carry it on?
So because me, in Uganda, businesses in Uganda, when you come and you start doing some business, there's too much competition and people start like fighting. I didn't want that for me. I wanted something that I've seen there to bring it here, because that country is like, it's a big country and there are many things done there that are not done here, and Ugandans don't like put too much attention on them.
True.
Yet if you bring it here, like people will start adopting it and you'll make money in it. So I was there, then COVID checked in. No, before that, I got a job in a pharmacy. Some guy called Mr. Chigundu gave me a job. He didn't need anyone for that job because they were full already, but I pleaded with him and I told him I need this job, I need to be busy. Like, I didn't need so much money because I was being taken care of, but I wanted to be busy, and I don't mind.
Yeah,
I wanted to be busy.
Yeah.
And I had a friend called Abudu Sebagala. He was within that area where I was staying, Buziga. He was my friend. I used to go to his shop, sitting there, gossiping, like doing nothing.
Yeah.
And then you go back home and you wait for Kameza money.
But this is international Kameza money.
But you can't be there seated just doing nothing. Even the man will eventually get tired of you.
Yeah.
So that Mr. Sebagala Abdu, actually we have the same clan. That's why we connected so much. He told me, but do you know that he told me, but do you have any plans of working? And we were talking about it, and he said, yes, I have this friend of mine, he has a pharmacy there, what, and since you're a midwife. I told him, but they don't allow midwives in pharmacies. They only allow nurses. For us midwives, we are so much into the mother and baby things. We can't sit there and prescribe medicine. He said, no, it's my friend, let me take you there. When he took me there, and the guy didn't want any worker, didn't want any nurse, he was fully occupied, but I pleaded with him, and the guy was so nice, and he gave me a job. Actually, I pleaded and I told him, even if you don't give me money, let me just be busy.
Oh my goodness.
I'm tired of sitting home. The guy Mnange said, okay, I'm going to be giving you 5,000 every day. Okay. I said, that's okay, 5,000 Uganda shillings.
Yeah.
And that is more money,
Yeah.
I was very happy.
Besides, he didn't want anything. So.
He said, I can't give you a job and you come here every day and I can't be paying you. That's not me. The guy is so nice, even that Sebagala. So he gave me that job. Then I started coming. I was coming around lunchtime, then leaving at around 10. I started around July. Then we went on. COVID hit. He had a space. This is the pharmacy, but had a space like this one. I told him, Musao, Musao in our language is a doctor.
Yeah.
I told him, Musao, this space is so blank. Can I put something here like cosmetics?
Wow.
Pharmacies with cosmetics, they walk around.
Yeah. They complement each other.
Yeah, he gave me that space, free of charge.
Wow.
He gave me the space free of charge. I told my husband about it. He gave me the money, I invested, and I started doing what? Cosmetics. But remember, he's even giving me the 5,000 every day. And the cosmetic thing. So that was before COVID. So I started working the Micah Cosmetic. I was so much passionate about it, earning Micah own money. Finally, I can see like I'm earning some money.
Yeah.
Chair chancellor. I didn't earn any money. So I was so happy about it. Going to Chikubo, getting my things, bring here those unique things. And I used to make like 80K, like 100K. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that is a real good business. So that means you are now reselling. You buy from the wholesalers, then you sell. And cosmetics is a big business in Uganda.
I had cosmetics and perfumes,
wow,
like baby milk, those things. And that thing hit up. I started earning some money. Then COVID hit. That was before
that
COVID.
That is now 2020, right?
No. Yeah, 2020. Then COVID hit. It was around April when COVID hit.
Yes.
And they told us not to move. But that place, the pharmacy, was near my home.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to just walk to go there. Before I used to get a border, but since they told us never to move, remember I'm a medical personnel, I could move because I'm a medical personnel. Remember the COVID?
Sure.
The medical people, we can move anyhow. Then I used to go there. And in COVID, people were grounded. They couldn't get the things in town. But for us, the medical personnel, we could go in town and get them things. We made money during COVID. And that guy didn't ask me for any rent or any what.
Wow.
I just made my money. Then after COVID, when...
So that goes to show you that maybe the diaspora was not where your star was. It was actually right here, and you didn't even have to hustle. Like everything was going to be as easy as it was for you when you came back. So now you start making money, you're making some good money, you're still getting Kameza money from hubby in the diaspora, you're still getting paid every day, then you're making your own money. What do you do next?
Then, when during COVID, we are so much like the curfew hit. It was at around 7, so we used to go back home early. Remember, before we used to go back home at around 10. Now I go back home at around 7. So I had so much time to think. I wanted something big for me.
Yeah.
Like I want good things. I don't want like to be begging my husband. Kati, that thing I did in Turkey, I told it, we discussed it with my husband, and I told him like, this thing I was doing in Turkey, this thing is not here, what? And was like, by the way, let's do that. Like he's so supportive, he supported me so much into doing it. I had fears like, no one is doing it here, people don't know them, these people know that the massage and the facial spas, they know those things of like men and women. The other spa was for men and women, but for me I wanted specialized specifically in women since I'm a midwife. Like
I had a feeling, I had a feeling that kind of connected midwifery and the spa, they kind of like pour into each other. You care about like the health of a woman.
Women, yeah. So I started with V-steaming, and I told my husband I can do V-steaming alone, and I can make money. What? Then he's like, yes, I'm going to support you. How much money do you have in the other car shop? I told him.
In the same Musawo's shop, the doctor's shop?
No.
Okay,
I'm
now.
Coming.
Okay.
He was like, how much money do you have that you've saved from the other cosmetic shop? I told him.
Okay. How much money was that?
Around 3.2. Yeah, it
3.2 million.
Yeah, except from the other cash shop. That is too much money. You remember those cosmetic things? They have like profit of 2,000, 1,000.
500 sometimes.
The
Maybe.
maximum is 5,000.
Yeah.
So I'd saved my car money 3.2. He told me, how much do you have? I told him. Then he added me money. And I had a friend by then. After COVID around, it was about July, we came into Kampala at Namaganda.
Namaganda Plaza.
Yes.
So now your savings 3.6 million.
And he added me
And then
some.
your husband is very supportive, adds you some. And now you have a working capital.
Yeah.
How much capital did you start with?
I'm coming.
Okay.
Then that friend of mine came, like in COVID, we are living together with my friend. My husband wasn't there.
Yeah.
So we are staying together. I told her, but do you know that we can start getting shops in Kampala, since like most of the people have left their shops.
100, yeah.
Because you can't just get a shop in Kampala. But that COVID thing hit many people. They left their shops. Then we got that chance and got a shop, like no blockers, no what, and they were cheap by that time. So for her, she was doing makeup, and I told her, me, the business I want to do is not here, and everything I'm going to do is new.
Does that mean you are the pioneer of this kind of business in Uganda? Would you say that?
I can't say that because with time,
are you the one who started it? Are you the number one?
No, I'm not the number one. But with time, by that time, I didn't know that people were there.
Okay.
But with time, I started seeing them like advertising on social media. Because for me, I advertise so much on social media, like to create more awareness that this business is here. And people started adopting it.
It was not mainstream, but you were the first one to make it normal, mainstream, everyone can know about it.
I can't say that.
Okay.
I can't say that. But by then, I thought that I was the only one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but time came when people were there, but they were underdogs. Yeah. So we got that shop at Namaganda. We paid with my friend. Starting a shop is not easy.
Yeah.
We invested like in electricity, painting, floor, carpets, what. The bed, we had some booths. We didn't have those chairs. We had some small seats for visiting. And the carpenters didn't have any idea on how to make them. I just got something on YouTube. I showed them that you make these measurements, put this for those visiting chairs, because they didn't have any idea about it. But I got all the knowledge from YouTube. Then we invested in the car business. We were it's funny, but we had a curtain separating us.
Okay, the Vispa
had the makeup.
And the makeup. So you were sharing the shop.
It's like this is the shop. Then we had only the curtain separating us. It was a small shop. Everything was weird, but clients could come and they were like, "Oh, this place is nice. What?" They could like motivate me more.
What makes you believe and think that and think that, why do you think your clients liked your space, even if you feel like it was a small space? We were like still in our humble beginnings. What did you do that was extra?
We were so neat. And I was the only one, the employee, the employer, the what. I was so passionate, so passionate about it. I could give them the full customer care. It was very clean. The bed was white bed sheets. The board was white. The carpet was this light gray. Like I was so clean. Like you can't just come.
The same experience I had when I couldn't believe it. Like coming downstairs, the heat. When I got here, I was like, no, wow! Like I was just like, it was like I was in another world.
Thank you.
You're doing such a great job here.
Thank you,
seriously.
Darling.
Yeah.
So Mnange, we started.
So how much capital now do you start with?
Roughly, I can with the shop only, or even
the material, everything for you to open shop and say customers start coming.
So I didn't start like with everything. I started with the carpet, the electricity, the bed, the visiting chairs came later. I started the lights, Me, I invested in like 6.
6 million.
Yeah, and my friend, since for her things were already there, she
Okay.
was doing makeup somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, she brought her things to the shop.
Mine was like everything was new, and like we are to the carpenters.
And at that point, at that time, what service were you providing?
Waxing.
Waxing?
This steaming came in later,
Okay.
after working.
And you were getting clients that were coming to wax.
Yes.
How were you finding these clients?
I could sweat.
Eh?
Actually, me, I learned all the confidence, all the skills on the job.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't, because I told you about the other thing.
Yeah.
They couldn't let me like work.
Yeah.
I was like learning from.
So you were just doing theory, literally. Yeah.
I learned from my job, like being more confident, being more skilled is from the job. But now the first time, the client, even I remember her name, she's called Mariam. I sweat.
Wow. So why do you think you were sweating? You were feeling nervous, feeling like you're unsure, maybe you're not good enough.
But my clients are the best. They could motivate me. They could, like, you do it. We love it. And actually, every client we started with, we still have them here with us.
I can imagine.
And most of our clients, we are the ones that they started with waxing. Most of them. We started with them waxing, like they came with, when they don't know anything about waxing, they have never done waxing, we started with them.
You converted them, literally. You literally created, you're such a brilliant,
even this one that they are working on now, she's new. Most of the clients, we start with them, and that's why they can't go anywhere. Yeah. If a client goes, like, and they say that, let me try another spa, I think it's over distance, over what, but most of our clients, they come back.
So now from Namaganda, in your humble beginnings, your small shop, your subletting with your friend, you're waxing, and what happens later? What happens next? How do you grow into this amazing brand I see here?
So, as I told you, our clients were believing in us so much, recommending their friends, their relatives, and with time, I moved from waxing, then I started V-steaming, then vajacious. Vajacious is the facial given to the V area.
Wow.
The amesho is the facial given to the underarms.
There is a what? Can you say that again?
Amesho.
Okay.
The facial given to the underarms.
Okay,
like
and
you
vajacial?
can find the facial given to the V area.
A facial given to the V. Yes. What is this vajacial for?
To clear the darkening on the bikini area.
Okay.
Bumps.
Okay.
Yeah, dark inner thighs, of course.
And dark inner thighs. Wow.
Don't you find women that are so dark there?
Yeah.
Those big
bumps.
bumps.
And the bumps.
You're not supposed to have those bumps.
After you do the shaving.
Yeah. So with time, I added more services, and the thing started growing big, and I was only alone, working alone.
That time you were running a one-woman show.
Yes. And the clients used to like sit in line.
How did you get your first client?
She was on the building.
Whoa.
Namaganda.
You were doing word of mouth?
Yes, I started word on mouth. I started that.
You were very
my husband
dedicated.
told me,
wow,
we can do it. Start on an Instagram.
Okay.
And I start boosting for you. Actually, my husband got me that name, Hearts.
Okay.
Since on Facebook I'm using Good Hearts. So I told him.
So why Hearts?
I just used that name. I got it from some movie.
Okay.
When I was around 15. It's Good Hearts, but I don't remember the title. But there was a little boy. It's a long story, but I got it from a movie.
From a movie, okay.
Good Hearts. Then my husband got that name, Hatsi, the Spa. He got it for me. He got an Instagram. He opened up an Instagram, started telling me, do this content. You follow these people. Like I used to follow those people in New York, UK. Because since I didn't know anyone here. So I followed them. I saw what the content they are doing, and I started doing the same content. But before I started doing my content, I saw some content from there is a spa in New York. It is also a V-spa. I saw their content, and I posted it on mine. It
they
was
came for
fire.
you. They came for you.
Hala. I can't forget that day.
Wow.
They came for me. They abused me, inboxy comments. And they abused me. Because of that Kawan content I stole.
Okay, just
It was
one video.
Only one pic, not video, one pic.
Wow.
A before Brazilian and after Brazilian. The down part. Allah. So my husband.
So what did you do?
I just deleted it.
Okay. Yeah.
And my husband started running that page. I could send him the work and he edits it and started slowly by slowly. Then that's how we got our clientele through social media. He could boost once a week. You know boosting on Instagram?
Yes.
Yeah, so he could boost during like weekends, like once a week on his money. And I forgot to tell you that the starting part wasn't easy. Some, like, I spent like even 2 weeks without getting a client. I can even go there, you know, when it's around 8, the taxes are expensive. So I could close the shop at around 8 and I sit there in the tax park to wait for the cheap taxes. I couldn't want to bother my husband so much. And every money he could give me, I would just put in the business. So I didn't want to bother him so much. But the starting part was not easy. You can even spend a week without working, 2 weeks without working, yet you came using money, lunch, what. And I thank God that I didn't have any worker. It was all about me. But I was happy that the shop is there. I was happy. Even those 3 months, after the 3 months, the next 3 months, my husband that gave me the money for rent.
For the first 3 months?
And the next 3 months.
6 months down the road, your husband was paying the rent.
The business couldn't make that money.
Wow, that's really amazing.
So I want people to know that the starting part is not always easy.
That takes us to a good point there. So now you talk about the starting point not being easy, you having a challenge of clients and being able to raise the money to even, sustain the shop. So you needed your husband's assistance, and good enough he was in my big shout out to your husband. I mean, there are not many men that really support women, but it's amazing when you have a husband that supports you, because everybody deserves a support system. So I want to understand, like, what more challenges have you faced along your journey with Hearts Whisper?
So we have this thing that works pains. By the time I started, I didn't know those tricks of making it less painful. I didn't have the right resources. We used the sugar waxing, and sugar waxing is painful.
Very painful. I tried it once. Never.
So we started with sugar waxing and with cloth. They call it bugoye. We didn't use papers. Those disposable papers.
Yeah.
No, we had cloth.
Whoa, that must be more painful.
You do what? You use it, you wash it, and use it to another client.
Whoa.
It's actually
so that was
some of the spas are still using.
So that was a big
challenge. Wash it.
And how were you able
Dry
to
it.
find a solution to that challenge?
My husband.
Okay, wow.
He used to do more research about the business, how we can make the business better. So, with time, I told him, Banangi clients, we used to have clients when they come, you start waxing, and you stop in the middle. When the pain is too much, they can say, no, I'm not doing what? I'm not continuing the waxing. And they can go without paying you. Yes.
Wow, that's a big challenge.
We used to have those many, because I didn't know the tricks of doing that painless wax. I didn't have the right resources. Those wool cloth, they were so painful. The wax itself was so painful. You can have like 5 clients and 3 of them
don't pay.
They don't pay because you just pulled only once
and they
said, no, I'm not continuing with it. So those were the challenges, and not making money, coming today, tomorrow, like a week, not making any money. And you have to show up even
the next day.
Yes. And convincing clients that, like the shy clients, convincing them that, I'm not going to like overlap, don't be shy, what. Some clients would come and they see I was like a small one. I was so small.
Oh, okay.
Like I was over they could see me like a baby. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, you can't work on me. No, I can't allow you to work on me. No, what?
Okay, that's a big challenge. So when I was starting out, and I started my first business when I was 19, so I used to face that. I know that
Which
challenge.
business?
It was a kids events company. So I would go to schools because I need to be at your sports day or anything. Then I have written all these proposals. Like I was 19 that time. Then I tell you I want to bring you bouncing castles, face painting, what, and this is the work I've done at this school. You've done no. They closed the gate. But some, like the school I had gone to, actually gave me a chance. That's when I got like a breakthrough. Like I went to City Parents Primary School. The headmaster gave me, and that when I made that breakthrough, I was like, this is it for me. But that is a big challenge here. Like people have this mentality that if you're young, then you don't know what you're doing, or if you look young. By the way, in that case,
I was tiny.
yeah.
They couldn't believe in me that I'm even the owner.
That is very painful.
And I used to tell my friend, the one I was subrenting with, I used to tell her that you tell them that you're the boss.
Ooh.
I'm the worker.
Wow.
No, you can't look at me. Now, yeah, I remember I'm a midwife. I used to help women give birth. That was my job.
Oh my goodness.
No, I can't allow it. And they end up going because I had like confidence issues. I had low self-esteem. I couldn't convince them. And I learned all the confidence on the job. Like right now, you can't come and you just go. You can't, even these girls, I've trained them that, you see they look younger. So
we take up your space, know your value, sell your service, sell your product, and it's not about...
They are well trained.
Yeah.
When I got that challenge of people like, so what do they call it?
People looking down on you.
People looking down on you.
Yeah.
So they used to do that a lot. And I think those are the challenges. And failing to get trained, and my husband ending up paying the rent.
At least you had a solution for that. I mean, shout out to your husband.
But it would break me so much.
Yeah.
I'm working. Why can't I get the rent?
But that now takes me to a point of your emotional and mental well-being. How are you handling that? Because when you're challenged, it is so hard to face adversity and keep pushing. Like, what made you move through that season?
So, by the way, I'll keep on talking about my husband because he's the one who did everything. I told you the waxing was painful, and I didn't have the resources. So, he did some research in that country where he was and started importing waxing. They had waxing. We actually have it. We have them there.
Yeah.
Those hard waxing beans. He got me the hard waxing beans. I used to, the aftercare, I used to use lemon. And after waxing, you put lemon, someone can
painful.
jump.
Yeah.
And it was so painful. So my husband got me the after-wax care oil from that country, and that country does very good things. He got me the waxing beans, nice pots, waxing sticks. I used to have a what? The waxing stick. I didn't have the waxing stick.
You had the ice cream stick.
That's what now you wash it, then you use it.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
So he got me all those things, and I started seeing like people are now not crying so much. Like that thing of like, I've stopped here, this thing I can't handle, stopped. So he used to send me those things on his money.
He was financially supporting you, being innovative, researching, marketing, and also emotionally, which is the most important.
He pushed me so much.
Like go through it, it's okay, it's going to be better.
And the time reached and I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't spend a week without getting in man and ice. And he was like, no, let's bring this. And he got me, because I saw them, there were chairs that are not like those. Remember I told you we had seats at first. So he got me man, and I got those big chairs that are so fancy for visiting. Like he got me more things that made my job easier and for the clients more comfortable.
Yeah, so when they go, they'll come back and they'll refer others.
And I even started selling waxing.
Wow.
And like, waxing is not only bikini and underarms.
Yeah, it's
you
the
have
whole
to wax.
body.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So for body, he got me even the waxing rolls that are easy. You can like wax the whole body in 1 hour. And remember the sugar, you can even stay there for 5 hours waxing.
Yeah.
Like they stick like
I
this.
told
And
you, I
remember,
tried it
it is
once.
painful. He got me the waxing peppers. Remember, I was using the
The
cloth.
towels, yeah.
So
So
he
you
got me.
found solutions to your
Uh-huh.
challenges, literally all of them.
Perfect.
And
I used to wash the bed sheet like every day. He got me that disposable bed sheets that I can put when the client leaves. I just remove. When the clients come when the feet are dirty, he got me that with
the
disposable
gloves.
stocks.
Yes, yeah, the stocks, yeah.
Like, he made sure that the business comes on top, and that's
It makes your work easier, and it also gives the customer a good experience, so they can come back and also refer other people.
So now that's how.
So when do you pick up? Like, when do you start making money and be like, yes, this is it. I can do this. I love this thing. I had the passion, but now with the money, I can even go further.
I started in 2021. Remember, we started in 20.
So the whole year of
September.
2020.
It was.
It was like a
I was
test
going
run.
to say bogus. Like, it was so challenging.
Yeah.
So challenging.
Yeah.
We started in 2021 around April, and I bought my first car in that 2021 in August.
No way.
Yes, we started making money.
You started making big money.
Yes.
Like, how much was the car?
It was E-Class Benz. It was 17M.
No. Okay, 17M. And you made this money in a span
But of course, my husband.
Yeah,
topped
definitely.
up.
Your
Yeah.
super husband.
He chopped up, but me, 8M.
You gave into 8M. So now 6 months down the road, after 6 months, you start making money, right?
The 17M was the down payment, but the total, it was 20. So we finished the 3M after like 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah, but the down payment was 17. So I got my car 8M, and he added and he finished it.
So now you start making money 6 months later, right? 6 months after. Okay.
After him bringing those things.
Okay, 2020 is a test run, and then 2021 you start making money. So after upgrading the business and finding the solutions to all your challenges, and also upgrading your marketing, right? Or that time you were still marketing on like
Instagram.
pushing ads and on Instagram and Facebook and all that, right?
Of course, yeah.
So
we had
now,
Instagram and Facebook only. We didn't
when
have
do you
TikTok.
stabilize and be like, okay, this is...
Before that, I'd forgotten that we had, with time, when rent was a challenge, with my friend, I told her, let's look for another sub-renter.
Okay.
And we got a boy called Bruce.
Okay.
By then, he was selling cosmetics. So we were 3 in the shop.
Oh.
Cosmetics, makeup, a spa. Because of the rent issues.
Yeah.
So with time, the first friend I started with went.
She left the shop.
Yeah.
Okay.
She went to a bigger shop.
Okay.
Because she wanted to do clothes. Yeah. So she went to that bigger shop. And in 2022, even the boy left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
so
I wanted space. I didn't tell.
you asked them to leave, or
No.
the universe created space for you?
Yes.
That's
That's the right
interesting.
word.
Wow.
So I was now left in the shop alone, and I had to. By then, my husband was already back. So we made the shop like more fancy. You can't even go there and see Namaganda. Looks really good.
So that's where your original branch is, your primary, where the story started. Definitely, maybe in the next season we should.
And we did the car renovation. The car renovation was so nice. I don't know if I still have the
videos and pictures
for before.
Okay.
But we did a really, really good renovation. And if you are there in 2020 or 2021, when you go back now, you can't chase the place. You can say that this is not the same place. We did the partitioning. By then I had only 1 room. We did 3 rooms, the 2 waxing rooms, and the one visiting room, the car reception. But we made it more fancy for our clients because this.
So now at this time, your husband had come back
Yeah.
to join you in the business.
Not
Or
in my business.
not to do his thing, but he was
Yeah.
now more
It-
supportive,
yeah,
like physically.
was on the ground.
Oh, yeah.
So Mnange, we did the renovation, and that's when I got workers.
Wow. So this is now 2020?
2022.
2022, 2 years later. Okay.
2022, I got
So now you
workers.
start hiring young other people,
And that
training
was also
them.
a challenge of its own.
Yeah.
Workers are not easy. Remember, they come when they know nothing.
Yeah.
You train them,
Then they go
then they go.
and start
It was
their
so
own
challenging.
thing. Or they just
I don't know. I mean, I don't ask about them. But
okay, but they go.
Yeah, after training them. So we started doing. I started that. That searching for workers. They disturbed us so much.
That was like the next level of challenge.
And I didn't know that it was like that.
That was possible since everyone is looking for a job, right?
I didn't know it was like that. So God finally helped me, and I got good workers. And in 2022, October, I got an idea of getting another branch.
Okay. And how did that idea come about?
Many clients wanted to, like the other place became small for our clients.
Okay.
And some will come in the evening, and the building is always closed at 8. So it was like so much inconveniencing for these working clients. So I told my husband, let's look for a place. And I was pregnant by then. We looked for that place. We're looking for, where is this? Where we stay, Munyonyo, Obuziga. We failed. So we said, let's get in Ntinda, Obukoto, and God led us here. So we got this place. We did everything we could to make it like comfortable for our clients.
So all the materials and the craftsmen are from Kampala, right? You did all this in Kampala,
This is imported.
Okay.
These are from Kampala. This only this is imported, and there's some things in the rooms, in the waxing rooms.
Okay.
And this is the second renovation. It wasn't like this.
Okay, so you've upgraded even.
I renovated this year.
So now you're led here divinely and, by the universe. There's room for expansion. The clients, how has been the business in Ntinda?
Even this, it was on its own.
It was like now you're starting afresh. Wow.
Remember, the other one has its own what?
Clients.
Now I'm on this one. Remember, I'm pregnant. The workers as well, they are not easy to get. I didn't have cameras here. And the first worker did more harm than good.
What did he do?
She could get clients, work on the clients, and say that I didn't work on anyone. I paid rent for 5 months. Like I paid for 4 months starting. I didn't make any money. Even
you didn't make any money on this branch?
Like for paying the rent.
Okay.
Because to know that the business is working, you have to get money for the rent.
All the expenses.
Your car, and your car saving.
Yeah.
But I didn't get.
Nothing.
Yes.
Even the rent was not coming out.
Yes. That's when I realized that maybe something is wrong. So, and me, I talk to my clients like I'm the one with the phone of what? Of
the business. Yeah.
So I got a client on Saturday. No, Sunday. She was working on Sunday. And the reason we got this branch, because Namagana is always closed, the whole building is closed on Sundays. Okay. And most clients are more free on Sundays and public holidays. That's why we got this branch. So she was working on Sunday. And that girl worked on a client. That client had given me the man already. He paid upfront for waxing, bikini and underarms. By then it was 70.
She knew you?
The client?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she paid
I chat
you?
with them.
She paid you, and then she came for the service.
She reserved.
Okay.
Then I told her this client is coming. Then the client, when she came here, she added on another what?
Another bill?
No, another services.
Okay, okay.
Apart from the one she paid.
Yes.
So the girl didn't report those things.
And how do you get to know?
The client told me, oh, Bane, your girl was so nice. We even did this and this. And I asked her, did you do this and this? No. To ask her like 7 times, and she was like, no, she's lying. And I put the client on conference and her. And she was lying. And I realized she was doing that often.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that's why we didn't make the money. Remember, by then I had given birth.
So how do
By
you
the time I
resolve?
started-
This is a major challenge. Wow.
It's
How
God.
do you now resolve this challenge?
Of course,
You fired the girl
of course,
immediately.
Of course.
You did not
No
say,
room for
"Oh, I've
negotiations.
trained the girl. The girl, no, she
no,
will
no.
change."
I don't. What do they? Like
You-
what do they?
Yeah. Like when people show you who they are, you believe them.
There's
like,
that saying
you-
like, "Atava kumulunja fa." What they say?
Atava kumulunja fawa. Like when you don't leave something
Uh-huh.
that you think is good, you will regret later, right?
So me,
So you're
I'm
practical and logical and like you're like, no, it's not working. Not trying to now say, oh, I don't have time to train another one.
I don't do that.
That's
It's
amazing.
God that gave me this business, and if He still wants me in this business, He'll
Yeah.
keep me in this business. Yeah, I've trained many girls, and they just.
And you never get emotional about it. Like you don't get attached.
I don't allow.
You don't allow yourself.
Yeah.
You just see it's a business. Do your work.
Me, as long as my heart is conscious,
Mm.
I don't give room for like, okay, what the clients like her, over let her.
Yeah.
stay.
You don't.
No.
Wow.
Because I'm the business,
Yeah.
I train them. They come when they don't know anything. I train them. I'm the business. So since I trained you, I can train another one. And even if you got me, I can work.
Wow.
So I don't.
That is such a powerful mindset.
That thing has damaged more businesses. Like
Yes.
She's used to our clients. Our clients are so used to her. She can't just go. Me, as long as you've done something that is fishy, that's not in the line with the
alignment
business,
with your values of the business.
we just leave it. The
Yeah.
God that brought you here is the same God that will bring another one better than you.
Any business, when you're starting a business or when you're a medicine, actually life in general, business-wise, always has a number of rejections. You face rejection, you face no's. How do you deal with rejection?
From clients?
From anyone, clients or maybe, I think clients mostly.
According to our line of business, the client comes when they already know what they want. That rejection thing, it was there in the start. And by now it's not there. But in the start, of course, we got big challenges because you could work on the client and in the middle they say, no, I can't, what. They can come and they say, no, you're too young to work on me. You can't work on me. I'm shy, what. Of course, it was so challenging, and it broke me so much. I was like, oh, I leave this business. Oh, it's not for me, like that.
And how were you able to overcome all those feelings?
Being more confident.
How did you train yourself to be confident?
Having good products, knowing that this one is going to work for you, this one is not going to pain you as the other one. Like being more innovative in the business, and. I'm tired of talking about my husband.
No, talk about him. In fact,
I'm tired, but
we give him his flowers.
He could support me and advise me that this is business, what. He was like a big support system in this.
So in your own view, you face a lot of challenges. I don't think many entrepreneurs are able to stay in business when they're not making money for 6 months. Some people even quit after 1 month.
Yeah.
What do you think has been the ingredient to you being consistent, to you waking up, coming to the shop, doing what you have to do every single day for the last 5 years?
First of all, our clients, like our real clients, our loyal clients, they are very, very amazing. Like, they come, they motivate you, like, Rachel, this is a good thing. Like, we create that relationship with our clients. Like, they can't just wake up and go, and they can't just see someone who needs your services and they just let them go. They'll always motivate you by bringing more clients. I was like working alone. They knew that I'm the owner, but they could even tip me. Like, they motivated me so much that they could even tip me. Like, they pay the 50,000 of, by then it was 40,000 of the bikini, and then they give you that this is your tip. You've done a very good job. Like, our clients, like them, they are our VVIPs.
Wow.
The motivation, like the flowers they gave me when I was starting, those loyal clients, it was so overwhelming. Do this, now bring this, now this. The reviews they could give me, like, I owe them, like, I give them their flowers. They gave us
So
like,
we give
so
all the
much
flowers to the Hearts Whisper
clients. They gave us so much, what do they call it? Confidence. Yeah,
and the reason to keep showing up.
Rachel, what? Rachel. And we made sure that we know them by names. Ella, if an old client enters there, trust me, we know their name.
So what?
And that makes them feel like special.
Wow.
And we create that relationship. It's not only, let me work on you, let me give you.
As they pour into you, you pour into them, and it's a whole great synergy.
And my husband,
and your husband, definitely. So what do you feel that is your why? Why do you do what you do? Why Hearts Whisper?
Since I'm a professional midwife, midwives will deal with women and babies, so I didn't want to go so off with my professional. And during that period when I was practicing in the hospital, I noticed that many women don't know how to take care of themselves.
It's true.
Yeah, they don't know that when you have dark inner thighs, you're supposed to do this.
Tell me about that, because I always thought it was normal to have dark inner thighs. Honestly, I am ignorant about dark inner thighs, like you say. I'm one of them, because I thought it's natural, like mostly when you are on the heavy side, like when you have bigger thighs, when the thighs are rubbing, the friction is the one that causes the darkness. Is that true? Or why do you say that it's not normal to have dark inner thighs?
Your inner thighs are supposed to match your thighs.
Skin tone.
Yeah. So a woman having those dark inner thighs, first of all, it's not just dark inner thighs, but they are going to bring infections. Like, that rubbing is going to become more dark, and eventually you get You get the dead skin coming off your skin, and that dead skin will be going into your yoni.
Wow.
Hence getting the infections. Remember, it's a dead skin.
So does that mean at that time when you feel like you're getting so many infections is because you're not taking care of that area? So what do you do with the dark inner thighs?
So us here, the dark inner thighs, we deal with it with the vaginal service. When you come for a vaginal service, we are going to take care of your inner thighs, your bikini area, the bumps, and everything. Your bikini area and inner thighs are supposed to match your thighs, the color. So I noticed that most of the women, since I was into midwifery, helping women to give birth, I noticed that most of the women don't know that they are not supposed to have these dark inner thighs. Some of them thought that just because they are like, have a, how can I term it, like, not offending people, like the plus size. Thought that it's normal.
Yeah, just like I said, like when you're on the extra size, you feel like because of the rubbing, the friction is causing the darkness.
It's not supposed to be like that, because we have that service called the vaginal. We also have the V-scrub that you'll be using even if you're no longer coming here. Whenever you see like it's getting dark, you start using it at least once a week. We even have the oil that will be helping you to maintain that color, like not to make them more dark.
And to prevent the friction.
Yes, those dark inner thighs, they are not just dark inner thighs. They will bring more infection into your
Wow, that is...
So I noticed that most of the women don't know how to take care of themselves, and most of them, like especially the pregnant mothers, time comes when their husband is not supportive, the husband can't help on the shaving, the woman end up like coming to the hospital with a bushy what? A bushy yoni. So I say that these women, actually we work on them, we work on the pregnant mothers, and it is very safe for them. The vaccine is very safe for them. So I noticed that these women need like the way you take care of your face is the way you should take care of your yoni.
Wow.
Some of them, they just like, they do their makeup, they make sure their face is looking nice, the nails, but they forget this. This is what makes us women. You know, you can't have an infection. You can't have an infection unless you don't care about yourself. But if you really care about yourself, you can't have an infection and you're mental okay.
Yeah.
It will trigger you like all the time. You say, oh, what am I smelling? Oh, what? It confuses every state in you.
Yeah, that's very true.
So I know that most of women, they need like these services. They need them, and from a person who has ever been down there, like me. Because we even work on those pregnant women, even if like he's at term, they very well know that they are safe in our hands. Here I'm the midwife, and even at Namaganda I have a midwife there. Even here, when I'm not here, I have someone who is at standby just in case they get a pregnant woman.
So when you're working on a pregnant woman, there should be a midwife?
Yes.
Wow.
And we have one at Namaganda. Even here, we have, even me, myself, I'm always there. And anytime they get a pregnant woman, they just call me that we have this and this is this term. And I'm aware, but even the midwife who is on call is always here.
As Nanteza, Rachel, what do you want to be remembered for? What would you love your legacy to be?
That, well, how can I even phrase it? Because I would really love it to be in Uganda, but let me try. That I loved taking care of women to the maximum. Like, it's my passion. Like, you know, here, we can even work on a client. And which example can I give? The valid one. We can work on a client, and the client will say that I didn't like this girl. It didn't work. Like, I didn't like one of your girls. I didn't like her services. Over she was like this. Of course, they are not rude, but the energy didn't connect. And I will tell that client, you come back on your next session. It will be free of charge. That's how I love working on women. I love them to gain their confidence. I would love the world to know that I made women to regain their confidence.
Do you strongly believe that taking care of your health can boost your confidence?
Of course. You know what it means to be there and you don't have any infections. When you go to the beach and wear a bikini, your thighs are really matching your skin. Like when you raise your hand like this, your underarms are clear. Do you know what it means? Like, do you know what it means when women are no longer experiencing the painful cramps?
Oh, you have a solution periods? For that?
Yes, the Vistiming.
The Vistiming helps with the cramps?
So much.
Oh my goodness. Much. Wow. That is great information. Like, there's a lot of, mostly when young women are in their teenagehood, they normally experience serious cramps. I remember when I was in that stage, I used to myself, but my mother used to tell me that when you give birth, it will stop. So you think, do I have to wait for 10 years or 15 or maybe what if I never give birth to actually stop this pain? And wow, like today I'm literally in awe to know that the Vistiming actually helps. If it does,
actually, it helped me.
Then I might
help me too.
Bring you some good clients.
It helped me too.
How many times do you have to do to?
You have to steam before your periods and after your periods.
Interesting.
Yes, for those cramps. We have different packages for different conditions. Like when you're having those reoccurring infections. You know, there are women that are treating infections January to December.
Yes. And mostly when you're still younger. Like I don't know, but I feel like as a teenager, you suffer a lot with that if you're not taught how to clean up well.
And you know, our clients...
And you can't even afford, maybe. Yeah.
So our clients, we not only work on them, but we give them advice. Like, it's like a health talk. We tell them how to clean their knickers. We tell them how how to take care of their like how to take care of their yoni. Whenever you're done with your periods, do you know that you have to steam?
I just had it recently. I didn't know.
Or you have to take something that cleanses.
Yes, I had it recently, honestly. I really did not know that.
But it's supposed to be like that. And there's no way you're going to get those recurring infections or on and off infections.
Okay, so not cleansing also perpetuates infections.
Of course. There are women
And there's also that smell after.
That's what I was going to. There are women who always get that funny smell after
But doesn't
after
every
periods.
woman get it?
No, it's not supposed. No, they don't get it.
So when you cleanse regularly, then you don't get it.
You can't. You're not supposed to get any infection or any funny smell towards your periods or even after your periods. Even your blood is not supposed to smell. And it's supposed to be bright red. It's not supposed to have any clotting. It's not supposed to be black.
Wow.
So I noticed that
So all
during,
those are signs of toxins in your body
Yes.
or infections.
Yes. You're supposed to be clean. There are some people who say, Manya, the yoni cleans itself. No.
I used to hear that.
When you have infection, that means you need some cleanse. And you're not going to be on antibiotics every day. Your
Because
immune
they say
system will
antibiotics,
weaken.
yeah.
So some of them think that the yoni cleans itself. How is the yoni going to clean itself when you have a fish smell? You're smelling like a fish. You have to take care of yourself. And some women don't know that dodging is that thing of putting your finger deep inside your yoni.
It's not good.
It's not supposed to be done. Those things bring infections. Remember, you're removing the other, how do they call it? The other skin deep inside that mucous membrane that is protecting you from getting infections. You're removing it. Some women dodge until when the finger is no longer going there.
Wow.
It's so dangerous.
And yet they used to tell us that you should do that in order to clean well when we were in high school.
No.
That's very...
Unless you're married, like you know what happens in marriage, But and women don't know that. If you have infections and you're married, there are more high chances that your husband did what? Infected you. For them, they don't know that. Just because the man is not feeling anything, they just conclude that my man is okay, let me just treat myself. And they keep on treating those infections, going back to the same man. They don't know that they have to treat their men too. And we have that drink for the men, that when you're steaming, the man will be taking that drink.
Oh.
Yes. So women don't know that.
So the man is also cleansing themselves of infections.
Yes. So
That's
I know that women don't know that when they are having infections, it's sometimes they are meant to blame.
Wow. And why is that?
Because there is no way you're going to treat an infection when you're having unprotected sex with your husband, and you tell me that your husband doesn't have that same infection.
So you've already given them the infection, they bring it back to you. Or they gave you the infection and you're carrying it back and forth. So is there a lot more you want to be remembered for, or do you want to continue to tell us on how you want your legacy to be?
I want to be remembered like I took care of my clients like they were my own. Like I taught women on how to take care of themselves. Like this is their face card. It's not just a V. Let them not focus more on this. Let them focus more on this. Like I taught women on how to give their own a budget. When you're taking the hair, when your husband is giving you the hair money, or the
cloth money,
let them give you the yoni care money too.
So you're an advocate for yoni care money?
Yes.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Let the yoni have a budget.
Let the yoni have a budget. That should be your hashtag. Anyway, so we are at the best segment of our show and why the show was created. We want to know, what is your success formula?
I'm so empathetic about this business and our clients.
Yeah.
Like I can't do what I know that is wrong just because of the money to a client, just because I want to earn more. I can't do that. Or it's like, this is not right. It will eventually come back and hit me. God is watching this. It's not the right thing to do. Like I want what would be done to me to be done to the what? To the client.
So you treat your customers as you would treat yourself?
Myself, yeah.
That's very interesting. Anything more?
I think that's it.
So what would be your last remarks to our audience and all the entrepreneurs out there that are watching? And most of them that have unconventional businesses like yours, or they have something in their mind, but they are not confident in themselves. Like, what would be your last remarks to all the entrepreneurs in our audience?
Please don't fear to start, and know that you can't start big. It's always those small beginnings that make the big thing. Don't fear to start, and just know that the starting point or the beginning point is not always amazing. It's full of misery, regrets, cries. Just know that everything will work out as long as you have because for me I have a support.
A supportive husband.
But just know,
as long as you have a support system.
And God, like, believe in God so much, like, rely on God. The God that gave you that idea, that God that gave you that business will always take care of everything. And the last one, don't fear to fire any worker, as long as they don't, as long as they are not working into making the business better. Please don't fear. And another thing, make sure that you're doing what you know. Don't just bring workers that already know what you do. Bring them, train them to what you want. Don't just bring out workers and tell them that I want someone who knows how to work, I want someone who knows how to do this. Go and study, then you come and do what? You teach them. And we have waxing classes, by the way.
I know there's a lot of people out there that are interested in the services that you're offering. I've learned a lot myself on this show, like about vajations and taking care of the yoni. Oh my goodness, I didn't know it was a full-time job. It's that serious. And I didn't know the impact of not doing the work. So now that you're here and you're offering this service and different products, we want to know, where can people find you?
Okay, we have 2 branches. The one at Namaganda Plaza, it's on 3rd floor, shop number T6, Loom Street. It's near Naxero Market. The one at Tintinda, it's at Musana Plaza, opposite Freka Pharmacy. It is off Tintinda traffic lights as you're going to Tisas Road, that Baba TV Road. We are on flat 7, 3rd floor.
And your social media handles or your phone number to call you?
Phone number 0754 417910. Find us on TikTok, there's Hats-V-Spa. Then Instagram, Hats-V-Spa. And Facebook the same. And X, our logo is purple in color. You see it.
Thank you so much for joining us on this show. This was an amazing interview. I had a great time. And it is a very unconventional business, but there is money in this business. And our entrepreneur today has the heart and the passion. She is committed and she is making waves in the business. Thank you so much for joining us on this segment of The Success Theory. I remain Dorothy Kamarunga, your host. Until next time.